Hello everyone, Fanta here. You're watching Fantavision, and today I am discussing Microsoft's new announced AR game, which is, of course, augmented reality, and that is Minecraft Earth, because recently it was the 10th anniversary of the release of Minecraft, and they announced this. This is the big celebration, was the fact that they're coming out with a phone game, and I know most people, including myself, kind of roll their eyes whenever they hear new phone game because it's the most just taking advantage market. It's just greedy crap, microtransactions out the ass. It's basically what video games are everywhere nowadays, but still somehow even worse on the phone still. They always manage to find a way to make it slightly worse than their console counterparts. So is this going to be another greed-filled microtransaction grindy mess? Or is this actually going to be something that is unique and fun? And you really can't get any feel from the trailer because it's this marketing you just know a marketing team is just sitting there and some artsy director, and it's got that same generic happy ass music in the background and children doing whatever and people interacting with the game in ways that you know will never happen, and then there's these creepy shining twin kids that stare at the girl and move their head at the same time, synchronized, which is really creepy. It's a really weird moment. I'm not sure what they were going for in the direction, but little nitpicks aside, the concept of going out in the world and being able to see people's creations, they're wanting to make people's creations persistent, which is a really interesting idea, and I don't quite know how they're going to pull that off. You're going to be able to see other things that people have placed throughout the world. I really don't know what kind of competitive aspect there would be to it, because Pokemon Go is, of course, the first thing everybody thinks of when it comes to augmented reality type phone games. And Pokemon Go had this huge surge of players, and I know there are people that still play it, but it's kind of died down a lot. And I don't know if people just don't really care anymore for phone games. I feel like that's kind of a little kid thing at this point. Little kid wants to borrow your phone to play some little game, but most of the time, if people are playing games, they're simple puzzle things. They're not walking around doing stuff. I mean, there's like 80 million players supposedly that play Minecraft, and again, the main user base is children. Of course, it's enjoyed by people of all ages. I mean, I was playing yesterday, ton of fun. Minecraft is kind of one of those timeless games that I think is going to be, it's just one of those games I feel like you'll be able to come back to and play forever, kind of like RuneScape or, well, for me, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm sure it's not for everybody, but Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is still a game I love going back and playing. And I mean, the art style, the gameplay, all of these different things, and the way it's modernized itself with the ability to change the textures, and they've added new animals and new biomes and new items, and there's just more and more stuff they keep adding to the game to make it interesting. So unlike Pokemon, which has been basically the same thing throughout this entire time with very little change, I don't know if they do it in a less grindy way than Pokemon Go, if they have a lot more gameplay than Pokemon Go, because that was my main issue with the game, was there was no real gameplay. You just catch the Pokemon. You've caught the Pokemon, congratulations. Does it have a higher number than the other one? No? Okay, well then I'm going to start using that one instead of the other one. I got to collect all these Pokemon candies to evolve this Pokemon. Got to catch them all. I got to go to my Pokestops. I got to spin the sign to get more Pokeballs. I got to get more of this. Got to go walk over there. Got to walk a bunch to open these eggs. But the combat was just tapping, and it was just boring. It just was not fun. So with this game, I really don't know what the draw is to keep playing, because if you want to play Minecraft, why don't you just play Minecraft? I don't see how this is going to enhance your experience to the point where people would rather do this than just play regular Minecraft, because regular Minecraft is on the phone already. You can already play it on mobile platforms. You can play it on pretty much everything. So I get where they're coming from with this augmented reality thing. Like I said in the cloud video, I love watching technology go forward, but my God, I don't see the real point of it. And I loved in these articles, they're talking about how There are different problems they're going to have with it. It's going to be very hard approving all these different creations because supposedly there's going to be some sort of approval system before you can place it down in an environment, which you have to do because they talked about penises and swastikas going everywhere. That's 100% what a lot of people are going to try to do. They're going to try to have some big old creation with a bunch of hidden awful things. You're going to be walking around with your phone and someone put a giant dick outside your house. That's hilarious. I'm fine with that because I don't really care about the game. But it's going to be, troublesome for the main user base, which is children. So there's some cool concepts, though. There are some really neat ideas behind this. The fact that you can kind of put your model on a table and it'll kind of read the table space and you can look around your creation and kind of do 3D modeling. So there's some really neat aspects to it. I think it'd be a pain in the ass, though, to 3D model on your phone with a little touchscreen. It just seems like it would be a lot of work for, I don't understand the payoff. That's the thing. There's no real progression. When you're playing Minecraft, there's a sense of progression. You're getting new things. You're working towards some sort of goal and you're building. It's going to accomplish this, that, or the other thing. You need food, so you're making a farm. You design the farm to look beautiful just because, but you've got a function there. You've got the farm because you need to eat in the game. You've got a level system that works into magic, which upgrades things, which makes things more, they work a lot better. They're a lot more efficient. You constantly are trying to mine up new minerals. You're exploring new areas. There's so many different things you can do in the base Minecraft game, and I just don't know how they're going to bring that same sort of progression and feeling to the Minecraft AR game. I don't understand what the draw will be, the hook, what the gameplay loop will be that will keep people invested. Now, some people just want to do creative mode, that's fine, and those people are probably going to really love this Minecraft AR experience, but myself and a lot of other people get very bored very quickly in the creative experience. I can't just sit down. I feel like I'm wasting my time just building something for the sake of building something. I don't get that sense of progression that my brain wants. I want to constantly be improving something. Yeah, you're improving what it looks like, but you haven't really done anything. Of course, this is just my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of kids, it'll be great having kids going outside again. That's the funny thing about all these different phone games is they're desperately trying to figure out how to get kids up and moving. When I was a kid, I would do my own Minecraft shit. I would just go out in the desert and we had like a tree fort. Well, it was a fort. It was just a tree. We had different branches. That was our stuff. That was our different places in the tree. And then we had different storage slots in the tree because they were natural holes in the wood. And we had like a shower radio out there and we'd listen to music while we mined dirt clods. And then occasionally there'd be a rival kid gang that would show up and we'd have a dirt clod war. We had like a fire pit. Anyway, I'm talking about my childhood here because it's just so weird that it seems like playing outside. Like, I'm sure it still exists, but it doesn't seem to be as much of a thing anymore, which is weird because there were video games when I was a kid. It's just, I guess kids are just more addictive nowadays. I think more kids have cell phones, so they're just on their phone all the time. It's such a weird time. So it's good that these apps are trying to get kids outside. It's weird to me that we have to have a kid go outside with an app. Like, that's their reason to go outside. I mean, in the trailer for Minecraft Earth, we've got this girl that, weirdest thing, by the way, she's like blowing bubbles with her bubble gum. I mean, I haven't seen a kid do that in forever. I'm sure, again, it happens, but she's got like her skateboard and everything, and it just immediately made me think of, hello there, fellow kids. You know that meme with Steve Buscemi? It just felt like marketing was desperately trying to grab hold of that younger market. Like, oh, look at how hip this kid is skateboarding around and looking at all these different kids' buildings and how everybody's all interacting, and you can look at people in a restaurant as they're building at the table. And I mean, there is a lot of interesting things you can do. It is unique thinking about how you could place different structures at the end of the video. She's got like this castle tower on the top of her house. It'll be cool seeing how the Minecraft structures interact with real life structures and how they're going to be doing all that sort of thing. But it just sounds like a technical nightmare keeping all of these augmented reality projections just everywhere. It'll be cool though. It'll be cool for sure, but I feel like it'll be just like Pokemon Go. It'll be huge, and then it's going to fizzle out, and there'll be that core little community that still plays it, but overall, the excitement has faded, the hype has faded, and I think it's just going to be like, boom, everyone's playing it, everyone's out in the park, just like Pokemon Go, everybody's wandering around, getting new supplies, getting new materials, placing down their stuff in the most populated areas. I don't know how they're going to determine whose stuff goes where, especially in populated places like in New York, or just in a populated place at all, like in universities. I don't understand how they're going to really get priority for certain people. Because when they talked about it, it was a little bit confusing. It sounded like there were going to be permanent fixtures, but there weren't going to be permanent fixtures because people could just grief it. How can you grief stuff? Can you just put TNT next to other people's creations out in the world? Because they do show TNT going off in the trailer. It's really confusing as to what the mindset is and what this game is going to be when it's out. I'm sure it'll be unique technology. It'll be a unique idea, but I'm not sure that it's going to catch on and be the killer app that they want it to be. I know Pokemon Go's made a lot of money, but it definitely isn't like how it used to be, where people were driving around and people were going insane for that game. I don't know it's going to have the same... I don't think it's going to have the same response that game did. I think it will garner some excitement, but I think overall the hype is going to build up, blow up to whatever it's going to be, and then settle down within 2 to 3 weeks. That's just my thoughts about it. So I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. I'm not super excited for playing the game itself. I'm just excited to see what exactly they do with it, see what direction they go with it, and it's just interesting. I think it's just really interesting. So it'll be a cool thing to follow, and that's about it though. At least for me. It's exciting, like, oh cool, I can't wait to see what this turns into, but the end product is probably not going to be for me. But that's fine. I can still objectively appreciate things even if I know I'm not going to be interacting with it really myself. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Minecraft Earth and whether or not you're excited about this. Maybe you didn't even know this was existing. I haven't really seen anybody make any videos about this yet, at least people that I follow. And it'll be something. And as always, have a fantastic day.